There comes a moment, maybe in high school, maybe earlier, when an INFJ realizes they're different. Not in an obvious way, but in the way that we move through the world. The way we feel too much, think too deeply, sense things that no one else notices. And so we try to be normal. We laugh at the jokes we don't find funny. We'd talk about the weather when we'd rather talk about the meaning of life. We go along, blend in, smile on cue. And on the outside, we pass. Sometimes. But on the inside, something begins to fade. Hey everybody, I'm Sam and I'm an Australian-based counsellor who works specifically with INFJs, introverts, empaths, gentle souls, neurodivergent people, and basically all of the people that don't feel normal and feel like they don't fit in. When an INFJ tries to be normal, we disconnect from our magic. We silence our intuition. We second guess our sensitivity. We shrink the parts of ourselves that feel too much for this world. We start to perform instead of actually participating in life. We become the version of ourselves that people seem to want. The agreeable one, the helper, the one who always listens but rarely speaks. And slowly, we lose touch with the vivid, powerful inner world that once felt so alive. But here's the thing. You can only suppress your true self for so long. Eventually, something inside begins to ache. The mask starts to slip. The dream you buried keeps whispering to you at 3 a.m. Your body starts telling the truth before your words do. And that ache, that quiet dissatisfaction, that longing for something deeper, that's not failure. That's your soul trying to come home. I know for me, I went through waves in my life of where I was either completely myself or I was trying to be normal. In primary school, I was like fully me, fully out there, doing my thing, being an INFJ and being okay with that. But it was high school that really showed me how different I was to the rest of my peers, or most of my peers. And I squashed that part of me. I squashed who I was and I became a shell of a person that just never felt like me. And then eventually I went back to being fully myself and I found my people and it was all good. And then once again, in my early 20s, I became part of this community of people where I felt like I had to be more normal and I couldn't be myself. And as I went through these dips and waves in my life of trying to be normal, being myself, trying to be normal, being myself, the times that I really felt true joy and connected to my intuition was the moments that I disregarded what I felt like everybody needed from me and I just leaned into my true essence. If you've been pretending for too long, trying to be what you think the world wants, please know this. The world doesn't need a polished version of you. It needs the real you. The one who sees through the noise. The one who feels in layers. The one who longs for depth, beauty, and meaning. And if you're not sure how to find your way back, then start small. Here's one thing that you can try, and this is something that I did at one point in my cycle. Take 5 minutes today to write a letter to your younger self. The version of you before putting that mask on, before the pretending. Tell them you're coming back. That you remember who they are. That their softness, their strangeness, their depth was never wrong. It was always the gift. It was always the gift that this world needs. And if you need help untangling the pressure to be normal, therapy can be a space for you to do that. Gently, safely, in your own time, with someone who sees your depth as a strength, not a flaw. You are not broken. You were never too much. You were just trying to survive in a world that didn't understand your light. But you're allowed to come home now.